lady on the line, and of course, everything that she does is awesome. And she's been in the business, if I'm not mistaken, 36 years, and she does an awesome job. And she's gonna be very busy this weekend. And she's got a brand new album out, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you guys pick it up. And this is Little Miss Dynamite, Miss Shelly Lares. Hello.
Hello there. How you guys doing? Thank you for having me on.
No problem. Thank you so much. I know you're real busy, and I hope I got that information right.
You did. You got it perfect. Yeah, 36 years been a long time. Got a lot going on, but we're very blessed that the fans have really allowed me to be in the industry for so long. It's all up to the fans and how much they love and support you, and God knows they've been great to me. So I'm super excited.
How does that feel? 36 years.
I say it, and it doesn't seem like that long. I mean, I started professionally doing Tejano at age 10, so like I grew up with everybody in the industry, but when I say it, it sounds weird. It's kind of like when I say I'm 47, I'm like, I don't feel 47, but I guess I am.
Well, I guess that's why, because you're still young, and to have that many years under you, that I guess that's what it is.
Yeah, well, that is it's a pretty popular song, but no, I mean it's been a long road. I've been around the good and the bad times, and but Tejano music has been my life for so long, so I can't really imagine myself without it. It's been weird. I've contemplated retirement a few times, but then I'm like, wow, I don't think I'm ready. So I'm glad I waited, because it's almost like a little bit of a reinvention has gone on for me personally, and I've managed to step my music up to another level for myself, and the fans have been so receptive to the music and the look, and my whole healthy lifestyle now is just it's just everything is on another level and good.
Yeah, I've seen you hitting the gym and everything, and you're keeping healthy and stuff nowadays.
Yeah, and I try to reiterate that to our people, because we have diabetes and hypertension and all that no fun stuff.
Especially Mexicans.
A lot of the fans ask me. They'll be like, "Well, what's your regimen?" And I mean, you may or may not. I mean, I'm pretty open with my fans, with what I do on a daily basis, personally and professionally. But working out is like, I love it. I love to run. I love being healthy. I love eating healthy. And like, that's my favorite thing to do whenever I'm not working. I mean, the gym, running, anything all fitness, that's my go-to thing.
There you go. Is it any goals that you're setting for yourself, or is it like a weight goal, or is it more like a company?
Yeah, I do. I kind of set my own goals for myself, because everybody's different. That's one thing that the fans, they will ask me, believe it or not. They message me like, how did you lose the weight, or what do you eat, or I'll post my vegan meal replacements, and they're like, what's in there, what do you do, and I do have a personal goal, like a certain weight, a certain fat percentage. It's mostly my fat percentage that I've been kind of working towards, and I'm almost there. I think I have about another maybe like 10% to go to hit my ideal fat percentage weight. But I set small goals. I don't do anything unrealistic, because you'll fail if you do. But I'm like that with my health. I'm like that with my work, with my personal life. I've kind of tried to shift my mentality and my way of thinking here the last year or so, and it seems to be working for me. I'm in a really, really good place. I cannot complain at all.
What is a routine for you when you work out?
Oh gosh, it depends. If I have a running day, like I run 10 miles, so I'll get up. I'm a morning person. You wouldn't think so, but I love starting my day early, because I feel like I could get more accomplished and enjoy the day. I love running in the morning. I love running outside. So I'll run outside. But if I'm having because I do alternating days, I'll do like cardio, and then the next day I'll do like two body, like back and biceps, and then the next day I'll do cardio, then the next day I do lower body. So I alternate days. Nice. So it just depends on what the day is and what my workout is. But I don't spend any less than 2 hours in the gym if I'm weight training, because I like to take my time and enjoy it. I'm not a workout buddy person, so I'm not that person you want to work out with. I'm a little bit more to myself and introverted when I'm in the gym. I just like to have my music on and do my workout, and that's it. I see a lot of people there spending time just talking, and they're not really working out. You know, they use it more socially than for getting the job done. And I'm kind of like not that person in the gym. It's weird. I'm more introverted.
You're not one of those that sits there yelling at somebody, "You could do it one more time."
No. You know what? I have trained a couple of my friends because I did study fitness and nutrition. Maybe the fans don't know that about me. I studied fitness and nutrition for a little while because I thought that was what I was going to want to do outside of music. I wanted to do physical therapy, actually. That was like my second goal. And so I started studying that, and I trained a couple of my friends. And although I'm not that yell at you kind of person, I think I'm pretty motivating because I'm like that with the new artists and the artists as well. You know, I'm like the coach for them. They'll call me when things don't go right, and I kind of give them that pep talk. I can be very motivating in the gym, but I don't think I'm intimidating.
Do you make anybody cry in the gym?
Not yet. My workouts are not easy, though. I mean, I try, like this time around, I'm switching my regimen. I'm going to start doing things I've never really done, like yoga. You know, so I do stretches, don't get me wrong, but I've never really done full-fledged yoga, so I'm looking forward to starting that in June. So I'm changing up my regimen, and because, I'm going to be pushing 50 pretty soon, but physically I don't feel it at all. I feel pretty strong and whatnot, but they're mostly for me because I just love eating clean and being healthy. Like I enjoy it. It's not something, I'm not doing it for vanity reasons only or for anybody else other than myself. Because I talked about it, I do come from my parents both had diabetes. My dad had diabetes and hypertension, and he suffered a stroke. And of course, ultimately, it took his life. You know, heart failure took his life. And I don't want that life for me. So I do whatever I can to maintain it and not make sure that doesn't happen to me.
Now, was it a conversion from going from, eating meat and everything to going to being a vegetarian? A little bit. I mean, I haven't completely given up red meat and chicken altogether. It's so weird that you're talking about this to me, Juan, because this is really like the only second time I've really talked about this. But, I know we have a lot of women that are listening to me out there, and they're going to be like, what is this? Are we talking about Shelly's record, or are we talking about her health? But it's very important because I love my fans, and their well-being is very important to me, too. So the past year, I've been suffering really bad from uterine fibroids. And a lot of women out there can maybe relate to what I'm talking about. They don't really know what causes uterine fibroids, but I've done a lot of research myself. And I just recently had a partial hysterectomy, so I had to take some time off. I was off the whole month of April. Most of my fans don't even know that. And it was a time where I had to do it for my health. I was being tested for cervical cancer, all kinds of stuff. I'm not completely done with my oncologist just yet. He hasn't released me, but for the most part, I'm feeling good. I'm healthy. But I wanted to share this with them because I started doing research, and cancer and all of these ugly diseases that we suffer from is because of what's in our foods. Yeah. We have a lot of hormones in our food. We have a lot of chemicals in our foods. And, of course, most people are like, enjoy life, just eat it, but you do have those people who want to have children, or they have young kids and they want to be around for a while. Yeah. So it was my decision to give up chicken and meat before my surgery because it caused me to inflame my fibroids. And it made my life very miserable. So I cut that out because those are things that contributed to it. Yeah. Whey protein, which has been something I've drank for many, many years, also contributed. Dairy, grains, artificial sweeteners, meat, and chicken all made me feel miserable. So that's why I gave that up. And I went vegan with my protein. Yeah. But I can eat it now if I want to, but I just kind of got used to not. I mean, every now and then you'll see me eat grilled chicken, but it's very, very seldom that I do. I stick more to like cold water fish, like salmon and mahi and stuff like that, and vegetables. I love vegetables. So, but yeah, if you're listening to me right now, guys, and you have a question, you can inbox me on my social media. I'll help you out the best that I can. That's it. She's gonna write a book about this stuff pretty soon.
I thought about it when I studied martial arts for 4 or 5 years. My sensei actually wanted me to do a show, where I would do a workout and the fans could see me. And I was like, hey, you never know. That might be something I'm going to do. You know, do a workout video with me in the gym, because I did kickboxing too and stuff. So I'm an athlete at heart. I grew up an athlete. So I guess if you have that mentality, it's easier for you to kind of maintain that discipline with the gym and workouts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had two very strong coaches growing up that were very disciplined and strict. So, and then I went to Catholic school my whole life. Hello. I mean, I had nuns around me all the time. So discipline for me is, to me, a necessity. And I think you need to be disciplined in your everyday life. I think in your personal life, you know, you got to have that self-motivation. You know, so discipline to me, and disciplining children is very important because it gives them structure. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if you do it in a loving way, I think it's only going to bring out positive things for them.
Does your family take part in this as well, or is it something that you're doing for yourself?
In my work, yes, absolutely. My mom, I got her drinking protein, and she, you know, does really well every day. My mom is 80. You wouldn't think so. Those of y'all that see me on the road, you know my mom is my road manager, and she's on the road with me constantly. And my brother started eating healthy. He runs. And my two sisters, I got them on protein as well, and like liquid carnitine, flax oil, probiotics, and you know, all natural stuff, and they're doing really, really well with their weight management. And because, like I said, we have it in our blood, so I don't want my siblings to go through what my dad went through, or, you know, I don't want my mom to either. So we try to maintain healthy lifestyles. You can, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll eat bad every now and then. I don't not do it, but my system is so detoxed, and, you know, that I get sick if I eat fried. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's awesome. I mean, I'm glad that you're doing it. I mean, you look healthy. You look great when you're on the stage, and you're still, you know, like you're 20 something. You know, you're still doing everything like you did back then.
Thank you. I know the fans have been so, like, I think the new CD, Obra de Amor, which we want to thank the fans out there, and thank you guys at Mas Chingon Radio for supporting my music. I mean, you guys don't understand how important you guys are to the industry there at the station, you know, for keeping the fans abreast of everything that goes on for us, old and new. You know, you still spin the old hits, and we appreciate that as well. Yeah. But the fans are so excited about the new CD, Obra de Amor, because, you know, the look I was going for, and the way that I wanted the CD to come out is on another level for me. Those of you Shelly fans that have maybe my whole collection, you know, even to my last CD, De Mi Corazon. I mean, I had my cowboy hat on. It was not anywhere near like what I've done on this cover. And the fans have just been, whoa, what's going on, you know? And I did it for a lot of reasons. I did it because I wanted to give the fans a new side of me. And I wanted my confidence level to kind of come through, you know, with me. This is just me personally. And I went back to what we used to do back in the day when, because a lot of the fans are not familiar with, you know, when you manufacture a CD or whatever, there's two types of CDs that you can make. You can make a jewel case, which is the one that has a clear cover on it, the plastic, or you do a digipack, which is like more cardboard feel, and when you open it, it's just an open and the CD is there. Well, I went back to my jewel casing because I wanted to give my fans the 6-panel insert. Like, if they buy the CD, they can pull it out and open it, and they see a few pictures, whereas not just one picture or two pictures. And I'm able to share more with my fans. So that's what I did on the CD. I just kind of wanted to step it up, you know, for myself, and put myself on a different level, you know, and give the fans a little bit more of me than I think I had been in the past. And musically speaking, too, I mean, that's why it's called Obra de Amor, because it's like my heart and soul went into the CD. Yeah,
it looks a lot different compared to your past CDs. You know, you're always dressed all like, I guess, kicker. They still say that nowadays. I don't know if they still say that nowadays, but
I've always been very conservative for the most part. I think I've been pretty conservative my whole career, only because people have never really asked me, what is the one thing that you do not like about what you do? And I can tell you, photo shoots. I have never, ever liked to do photo shoots. I don't mind taking pictures with fans. I'll take pictures with fans all day long. I'm talking about like when you're in the studio and you have to take a CD cover or a promotional picture. I just never felt like I was like a model or like, you know, I'm a musician. I'm not like a model or anything. So I wouldn't know how to pose. And, you know, I'm just not that way. And some of my diva sisters like Stephanie and Elida, they're very photogenic and they can pose and they're very comfortable. But I was never that person. Even now, I mean, even after this CD that I did, I can honestly say it's not my favorite thing to do. But I know that it's part of the game and it's part of what I have to do for, you know, to so that fans will see me. But for the most part, I've always been very conservative. So I've never really had that confidence, I guess you can say, when I was taking pictures until now. I mean, I felt really comfortable. And then, of course, working with Hemencio Castillon, who's did the photography. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've known him. He's like a little brother to me, so I'm very comfortable with him too. And then my girlfriend, you know, she's my stylist and my makeup artist. Mm-hmm. So I think having that real support group right there with you kind of made it better for me, and I guess it really showed through on this cover. But I hate photo shoots. I hate them. I hate them.
No, I mean,
with a passion.
The cover came out great. I mean, it was like a medieval gothic kind of setting, you know.
Yeah, awesome. Everybody was talking about Game of Thrones coming out. I was like, I don't even watch Game of Thrones, but okay, as long as it's popular, we're good, you know. But the fans are really like I said, they're very happy, and we have we're going to be having some T-shirts made of the new CD line. So that's what I did that today, and I do have my website up, which is www.shellylares.online, where you can purchase the new CD. We have some new merchandise. We have pop sockets that just came out. We have caps, koozies, and I'm getting a whole new line of merchandise here within the next week or so, and that I will be putting up. And if you happen to be at one of my shows, we have a pretty busy schedule now until the end of September. Mm-hmm. And so I do have my May schedule up on all my social media. And, if you happen to be at one of my shows, we will have my merchandise and my new CD as well. But it's doing well. I'm super pleased. The fans are just, I mean, golly, I can't keep up with the orders. And we've had to reorder CDs about 4 times already. Nice. Which is good. Really good.
Let's talk about some of these songs that you have here. You did one with J.R. Gomez called Ayer, I guess, which is your latest single. Is it? How was that working with J.R.?
Oh man, I've always been a fan of his. What I loved about J.R., for a very long time, even before he went off on his own, one thing that I loved about him was his live energy. You have these people. To me, you can have these kind of artists, right? You can have just a vocalist and maybe not so much of an entertainer, or you can have an entertainer and not so much of a vocalist, or you can have both. And some artists are both, some are not. Some are one or the other. But with JR, I always loved that he was a great singer, but he was really good at getting the crowd into it. Like I know when he was singing backups for Jay for so long. Yeah. He was the one really getting the crowd pumped up, and I love that about him. Mm-hmm. And then when I found out he went off on his own, and he's all around a wonderful musician. I mean, he can play a lot of instruments, know.
And he plays with other people.
Yeah, I mean, with A.B. Quintanilla, and then of course with Jay Perez, and then going off on his own. I think the timing was perfect on both of our ends because he was branching off, and then I was wanting to do something with someone new per se. Mm-hmm. And this song just kind of was a song that I didn't initially plan on doing as a duet because it's, even the way that we recorded Ayer, it's not your typical duet. It's not like he's singing harmony to me throughout the whole chorus. He's answering me. But for what the song is about, it's like they're talking about they want things the way they used to be, so it's kind of neat because, the answering each other type of thing is and like as if you're in a relationship and when you talk, you guys talk to each other, you answer each other, whether you argue with each other or whatever. And the song just kind of, it came out great. The fans are just, embracing it so much because they feel like they like our vocal combination together. And right now, I'm glad that our industry is starting to collaborate a lot more. I think it brings unity to our industry. I think it shows our versatility as musicians and artists and vocalists if we do that and not be afraid to push the envelope a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
But having him on there, and then of course I had Jimencio do a little rap part on my reggaeton song, Vivo Pensando en Ti, and then I also did a country duet with Gabe Rivera, which came out amazing as well. Yeah. So I have some good guy singers on this CD, that's for sure.
Nice. Yeah, I love the CD. Everything was great on it. My favorite one has to be Mi Lugar Es Contigo. I love that song.
Yeah, you told me you liked Mi Lugar Es Contigo, and that was originally, like, whenever I'm working on music, I like to listen to a lot of different genres, because I get a lot of influences that way, you know, whether it's a sound of a keyboard, or whether it's a loop, a drum loop, or a melody or anything. And one day I was listening to bachata music, and this song came on, Mi Lugar Es Contigo, and it was originally recorded as a bachata. Yeah. And I love bachata music. I think it's so beautiful and romantic. And I was like, wow, I love this melody. I just like it, but I would like for it to be Tejano. So that's kind of why we did just your straight up progressive Tejano song, you know, and I kind of wanted to I don't really record a whole lot of rancheras, you know, like I used to back in the day. Yeah. It's, you know, it kind of turned into more cumbia and stuff, but that's why I started the CD with Mi Lugar Es Contigo, because I feel like it's a straight up strong Tejano progressive song.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song. I loved it, and of course we have it as one of our singles here. So I don't know if you play.
Yes, I love that. Single, but, I love that. Yes, and thank you for asking the fans to vote. The fans don't realize how important their voice is, right?
Yeah.
And I did a Facebook Live video, which I'm going to be doing again soon, because I really wanted to talk with the fans. Maybe some of them missed it, so I'm going to have to do another one. But I did a Facebook Live video because I wanted to be, I think the fans that do know me, or if they don't know me, I'm pretty straightforward. I don't really like to sugarcoat stuff. Yeah. And I kind of wanted them to understand that our genre is super, super unique in the way that the musicians and artists are so diverse. Like, we can do any kind of music, whether it's Tejano, conjunto, mariachi, rock, country, you know, jazz. I mean, you name it. Our artists, R&B, our artists can do everything and good, you know, very well. And so, but I feel like there's still kind of a lack of support for our genre and for our artists. And in that being said, because our fans, sometimes I feel like they don't really make enough noise for us. Like, they don't demand us enough. Because if you look at country music, you look at norteño music, their fans are so, like, on it. Yeah. They call and request the fans' music. You know, they want to buy the music. They go to the stores and ask for it. The music comes out, they buy it, or a show comes to your town and you go. And I feel like sometimes our fans got a little spoiled, you know, and I felt like most of them, you know, when stations come up or go down, they complain. And I'm like, guys, you know, let's spend less time complaining and more time doing something about it. Yeah. You know, call. Exactly. If you have an artist that you're not hearing on the radio, call and request them. Call and request them. If you go to Walmart and our music is not at Walmart, ask for a manager in the music section and say, hey, how come we don't have Tejano music here anymore? You're a customer. You have every right to ask why something is not there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I feel like if we start making more waves in Tejano music as Tejano music fans, myself included, because I'm a fan, I think we can really, really get the genre to rule the world again, because, I mean, we're not going anywhere, that's for sure. Yeah. Whether we've quieted down or not, I mean, we still have tons and tons of new artists, and you guys at Mas Chingon, you guys play the new artists and support the new artists, and that's amazing. That's what we need. But the fans need to support them as well, live and otherwise.
Do you think that the fall of the FM station in San Antonio, do you think that really hurt a lot, or do you think it was just an eye-opener, or do you think it was just a blessing in disguise for something else?
I think anytime one of ours goes down, it's not good for us, because we're a family, you know. that's how I see Tejano music. And I gave this analogy on an interview the other day. To me, this is me. I'm a very visual, like, person. If I describe something to you, I really want you to visualize what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So let me tell you the way that I visualize Tejano music. I see Tejano music as a human anatomy. And all of these things, artists, fans, stations, promoters, clubs, musicians, studios, are all part of the human anatomy, which is Tejano music, right?
Yeah.
So if one of us goes down, it's like losing an organ. It's like losing a limb, you know? And of course we can replace it with something bigger and better, but it's still not, I mean, it's going to make me sad. But when KXTN went away, a lot of people started complaining, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe you guys didn't make enough noise. Maybe you didn't call and request things enough. And, you know, I mean, because ultimately, if we make enough noise, the squeaky wheel gets the oil, is what I tell my fans.
Yeah.
And, you know, if we make enough noise about it, we can make a difference. We really can. It's like that in anything. And because we're a minority, and because Tejano music hasn't been taken seriously for so many years, you can understand why.
Yeah.
They're not gonna support it. Corporate America won't support Tejano music if people are not demanding it, you know, it be there. If it's not selling, they're not going to want to be part of it. It's like anything. But I wasn't happy because I grew up with KXTN, and it made me sad. And I knew it was only going to be a matter of time till someone came up.
Yeah.
You know, which is good. It's always good. But it doesn't make me happy. It didn't make me happy at all. You know, I mean, because it's still one of our own.
Yeah.
But, you know, the fans were like, I'm not taking it as scolding my fans. I'm taking it as being realistic and honest with you guys, that we can't complain about it. We got to do something about it. You got to vote. You got to speak your mind. You got to, you know, and if more people are hearing about, hey, man, they're starting to ask for Tejano music now, because I guarantee you, and I said this in my Facebook Live, we all shop at Walmart. Yeah. We all do. Maybe once or twice a week, if not 3 times a week. Every time you were to walk in there, go to the music section and ask for a manager. Every single person that shops at Walmart, can you imagine how many times they'd be hearing, how come y'all don't have Tejano music here? Yeah. Can you imagine? You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. I mean, you're talking thousands and thousands of people. And if we get thousands and thousands of people asking that one simple question, we can bring it back and we can make it popular. But it takes work and effort and us all working together to make that happen. That's what it takes. It doesn't just take the artist. It doesn't just take the station. It takes everybody to make it happen.
Yeah. I think a lot of people have seen it, you know, many different ways. I mean, you could look at it that way, you could look at it a different way, but I mean, it was just more like I think it was more of an eye opener. You know, I think it was the fact that it could be easily taken away from us that quickly. You know, one of the biggest Tejano stations in the country got taken away from us that quickly, but you know, it could be a part of the, you know, part of the people, the station's fault. It could be a lot of the listeners' fault for not requesting so much. But then out of it, there was a blessing that another Tejano station came up. You know, now they're supporting.
Okay, and now I've been hearing this. I've been hearing people complain. There's no DJs yet. It's a lot of static. It's a lot of this. And I'm like, see, here we go. Here we go with the complaining. Give it some time. Show it support.
I've talked to the staff. I talked to Lilo, who's one of the program directors there. He said that right now they're in a building stage. They're building up their staff. They're building up their business partners and everything else, and then they're going to worry, you know, about getting DJs in there. So right now it's just a work in progress, you know. So we can't expect everything to be up and ready, you know, running that quick. You know, they got to crawl first, and before they start walking, and then they're going to take off running, you know, after a while.
Yeah. So I mean, see, this is what I mean. Right away, you'll see the negative part. And I think our fans and society in general need to stop thinking so negative, you know. We need to start being positive and speaking in a positive manner. Say, hey, I'm glad they're here. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully they'll work on the watts. Hopefully they'll get some DJs in there. But in the meantime, show them support.
Yeah.
Because the more you show them support, the more they're going to get the job going. And like you said, it's a little engine, and it's got to get revved up and moving. So, but you know, you're right. It could be taken away in the blink of an eye. And, you know, I remember for so long that, you know, we Tejano artists, we're out there, we're on the road, and it's not easy. I mean, this is our livelihood.
Yeah.
This is how we make our living. You know, we make our living by you going and seeing our shows. That's how we make our living.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it makes me sad when you have artists as good as the artists that are in my genre. Like 2 bands are performing, and it's like $15 to get in. And they're like, what? $15? And I'm like, okay. Like, you know, whereas you go in to see a country show or you know, a norteño group, and those bands are paying $40-$50 a person to go see one band.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, we don't, you know what I'm trying to say? It's like, we got to continue to show our support, and we try to do the best we can to put on good shows for our fans, because we know that our fans work hard for their money. They're out there working very hard for their families and whatever.
Yeah.
But if we want Tejano music to stay around, it takes everybody, not just the fans, not just the radio, not just the musicians. It's like we all have to work together to make it happen. And even my fellow Tejano artists, you know, I'm a kind of a actions speak louder than words type of person.
Yeah.
So you can say you're supportive of new artists and bands, but you have to show it.
Exactly.
Like, you have to be about it. Don't just talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be about it. You can post all you want. Oh, I support them, but you're not tagging their new single, or you're not promoting their new album or where they're going to be.
Yeah.
It takes us doing that, you know, that little bit of sharing their post, you know, that's showing support.
Yeah.
And I try to do that myself. And I think, you know, the veteran artists, we need to kind of step up a lot more and show support with our new artists.
Yeah, I kind of stress that to some of our peers, you know, some of our internet stations. And like, you know, we got to support each other, because we're on the, you know, we're on the rise little by little, but we're still in the back burner. You still got FM and AM stations still existing, but we got to support each other as much as everybody supports these FM and AM stations and stuff like that. You know, I try to tell some of these artists, you know, you got to support these internet stations just as much as you do FM and AM. You know, they'll be out there posting and saying, yeah, we support everybody equally, but can't name like 5 internet stations, you know, in their posts. But it's kind of hard, you know, to.
And you're absolutely right, too, because even though we're in Texas, you know, and they're logging on to you here in Texas, they could have a friend or relative that is on the other side of the United States that could log on to Mas Chingon Radio and listen to Tejano music from over there. Do you see what I'm saying? So that one thing, that one share, that one show of support can make the difference. It really can. If we all did it, it would be amazing. You know, as Tejano fans, as Tejano artists, as Tejano musicians, I mean, we could really, really be very powerful, because we have all the elements already that it takes to dominate, you know, as far as the genre is concerned, because I said it, I mean, there is no genre in this world that can touch us. There's really not. Yeah. I mean, you go see one style of music and that's all you're going to get all night. Whereas when you go Tejano, you're going to get everything. You're going to get everything across the board and be very entertained. And our artists and our musicians are so good. And, you know, I brag about Tejano music all the time, because I'm a Tejano music fan myself.
Yeah.
Not just for me. I don't do it just for the sole purpose of Shelly Lares. Mm-hmm. I do it because I've given my heart and soul, blood, sweat, and tears to Tejano music for 36 years. Mm-hmm. Am I going to take it personal? Hell yeah, I'm going to take it personal. Yeah. You know, it's part of my life. So this is what I do.
Exactly. Yeah, we could go on this conversation forever.
Yeah, but I just want to say thank you to you again very much, and props to the flyer. You took a lot of beautiful time to make that flyer for me, and you know, thanks to the fans for supporting Tejano music. And I'm going to be very busy, like I said, on the weekends from here on out for the Get Ready to Get Shell Shock tour. Yeah. And you can go to my website. It's www.shellylares.online. You can see my tour dates on there, and of course on all my social media. Mm-hmm. On Shelly Lares Fans is my main page. That's my fan page, Shelly Lares Fans, but I'm also on Instagram and Twitter. Mm-hmm. And of course you guys can, you know, share your thoughts with me. You know, I love to hear from my fans too. You know, I love to hear their thoughts and whatnot. And I just have to say thank you at Mas Chingon Radio, and all of the fans that log on to you guys for the continued support and for voting for your favorite songs. I mean, that's important. You know, it keeps the onda going.
Yeah, there you go. I know the video that you did with Angelique's made our countdown quite a bit. So
yeah,
it's an awesome video.
Yeah, shout out to Angelique. I was very honored to be on her CD. The song has done extremely well. Yo te extrañaré. The video was just amazing. We were able to feature both of our dads, who we both lost around the same time, and we also featured loved ones and our fans' loved ones on the video. But the song did really well. I mean, collaborating is my favorite thing to do. I have so many collaborations out. I have some more with Rick Fuentes coming out. I had one with Stevie D. Let's see, gosh, the list goes on. I have quite a few that I've done, but I'm very blessed and honored that they asked me to be part of it. But
awesome.
I just want to say thanks to everybody out there and for supporting me. I want to say thank you to Rosie, Rap Allison, for sharing, what we're doing today and for promoting myself as well as new artists that are coming up. Yeah. It just takes everybody working. That's it.
All right. I got a couple shout outs here. Our very own Lila Lisa, co-owner of Mastringo Radio, she says hello to you.
Hello, girlie.
Let's see. We got an inbox from Mercy Delgado. She says to tell you hi.
Hello, Mercy. How you doing? Awesome. Our wonderful fans. They're so cool. I mean, I know some of them are working. They're dying to get out. It's Friday. We're playing here in San Antonio tonight with Lucky Joe at Midnight Rodeo, and then I head to Waxahachie tomorrow, and then I'm back in my hometown on Sunday at Traders Village with Super Sueño and Las Phoenix. So we're looking forward to a good Cinco de Mayo weekend. It's going to be pretty busy, and in the meantime, we're getting all our merchandise new for my online store, and we're getting a lot of things going. We've got a busy next few months. There
you go. So what's next for you after now the album and of course these tours? What's next for you?
Producing. I have a few projects I'm producing right now. I'm actually working on a ballad for Emily Flores out of Arizona. I'm going to be hopefully doing some stuff in the studio with Tina Mares. I'm also producing a song that I want to do for a girl that is very talented. She's not traveling on the road or anything or recording any music yet, but she was actually one of our finalists when Stephanie Montiel and I did Finding the Next Diva Tejana. Okay. And I'm just a fan of her voice. And I reached out to her and asked her if I can produce a song for her because I just want the fans to hear her beautiful voice. And she's such a beautiful person, period. So that's a surprise that'll be coming up very soon as well. And I'm already thinking of my next CD. I mean, once I get in the studio and I start, writing and arranging music, it kind of flows from there. But I have goals, and I'm going to do everything that I can to set them and achieve them. And but producing is what I love to do as well. So I'm looking forward to writing some new music for some of these girls that are coming out. And I'm looking to do a Shelly's like duet CD because I love to collaborate. So I still have people on my bucket list, that I want to record with. So I'm hoping to get that rolling too very soon. Nice.
And we can't forget your Shelly Showcase out there in Vegas.
Oh man, yeah. My lineup just came out today. Actually, you can go to the Tejano Music National Convention, which is on Facebook, or you can go to Vegas Tejano on Instagram or VegasTejano.com on their website. We are doing this year's Tejano Music National Convention in Las Vegas, August 22nd through the 25th at the Rio. And it's gonna be amazing. They're adding more events to it for the fans. So if you want more information, again, go to VegasTejano.com. Okay, if you guys are interested in going. If you've never been to the convention in Vegas, you are missing out. Trust me. So there's all of the information is on there. You can see all the people that are going to be performing at the Gran Baile Friday night, Saturday night. I have my stage. We have David Farias has his stage, and they just released our lineup actually today. So I'm really excited. I'm going to be featuring new artists from all over the nation. I have Ernestine Romero, Tristan Ramos is going to be there. Savannah Ocean's going to be performing on my stage. Then I'm going to be able to have the honor of having let's see, Agustin Ramirez, Rocky Hernandez, Freddie Martinez. They're actually going to perform on my Shelly's All-American Showcase stage. So I'm like so honored about that and excited. Isabel Marie's going to take part in my showcase this year. And so it's going to be good. It's going to be real good. Revo Band. I mean, it's just, it's going to be there. I'm posting it on my social media today as well, so you guys can go on there and check it out. But again, go to VegasTejano.com, and you guys can see, if you want information to party with us in Vegas, August 22nd through the 25th.
Nice. Awesome. Well, listen, thank you so much for everything. Congratulations, 36 years in the business and still going strong.
Thank you.
Still going strong. And, congratulations on the new album. And the new CD is great. And we can't wait to see what else you got coming up.
Thank you, guys. And thank you to the fans. I love you guys so much. I can't do it without y'all. Thank you for the positive vibes. My fans are amazing. I hardly ever get any negativity, and I love that. But sometimes I feel the more positivity you let out, the more you'll get back. So I try to do that with my fans as well. And thank you so much to everybody that logged on to listen all over the world. And a big thank you to all of our military that are listening right now. We appreciate everything you do for us and your families. And thanks to you guys at Marching On Radio. I really do appreciate it. Anytime. And I hope to see everybody real soon.
Yeah, anytime. That's why I said we're big fans of yours, and we can't wait to see you pretty soon.
Thank you, guys. Y'all take care. God bless, and we'll see y'all soon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Shelly Lares, Little Miss Dynamite. We're gonna go and play one of her new ones right here. And like I said, this is my favorite one off the CD, and this one is called Mi Lugar Es Contigo. Right here on MásChingonRadio.com. Súbele.
Pero no me di cuenta que solo yo pensaba en mí, constantemente te hice llorar. Por idiota te fui alejando y te perdí. Y me duele que solo si yo lo
all right. That's the latest right there by Miss Shelly Lares. Mi lugar es contigo. Make sure you guys pick up her brand new CD. Want to thank Miss Shelly Lares for joining us here on the show today. And of course, if you guys missed it, it'll be on YouTube later on tonight. And of course, on Twitch. It'll be on Facebook. And of course, it'll be on our website, mastergunradio.com. So you get a chance to hear all the good stuff that we had to talk about today. So thank you, Miss Shelly Lares. Thank you to Miss Irene Lares. Sorry we didn't give her a shout out in the interview, but Miss Irene for doing all she does for Shelly, and of course for setting up the interview a couple weeks ago. So I want to thank you guys so much for joining us here.